All right, we will start in a seated position. So let your weight feel equally distributed between the sitting bones. And the ears are aligned over the shoulders, and the shoulders are aligned over the hips. Palms can be resting on the knees, or maybe the hands are facing upward towards the sky. Take some big breaths. Fill up that whole abdominal area, rib cage, belly. We'll take some deep breaths in and some deep breaths out, just seated comfortably. Begin to breathe a little quietness in your mind, separated from whatever you were thinking about before we came into class. And recognizing that we have a whole list of things that await us when we leave class. But right now it's just us, our breath, and what we feel. And to the best of our ability, sort of push away those things that we're thinking about. Now, when we've developed kind of a quietness in the mind and an evenness in the breath, we'll take a lying down position on our mat. So we'll start with the knees bent. Palms are resting by our side. And then we'll let one leg push up to the ceiling. Get that leg long as you can, push the heel up, and then we'll let that leg come to rest down on the mat. And then with the next breath, we'll push the other foot up to the sky, pushing through the heel. And then that leg comes down onto the mat. So our inhale will reach both arms back, extend both legs forward. Exhale, we'll pull one knee up towards the chest. Inhale, extends us out long again. Exhale, the other knee comes up to the chest. So we'll move that with a breath several times. Inhale, stretch out long. Exhale, knee to the chest. Inhale, stretching out long. And exhale, pull knee to the chest. So do that about 4 or 5 more breaths, moving at your own pace. Feel like the breath is moving you from one shape to the other shape. And then when we feel like we've worked both sides about equally, we'll let both knees pull into the chest, hand on each knee, and we'll circle them out wide. Reverse those circles a few times. Good. Now we'll draw both arms out and both legs up. Try and get the legs aligned directly over our sitting bones. And if you need to take a bend in the knees, whatever works with your hamstrings today. So take a big breath in this legs up position. And our exhale will bring the hands down by our side and the feet down to the mat. Our inhale will lift the hips up high as they'll go, feet pressed down, thigh-bones pressed to the sky. And our exhale draws the spine down to the mat. This time when the hips lift, the arms will reach back behind us. Hips come down, arms come down by our side. Again, hips lift, arms reach back. Now keep the arms extended as we roll the spine down to the mat. And then when the hips come down completely, we'll bring both knees into the chest. Just give them a little tug towards the belly. Our inhale, send feet up and arms out. Exhale, feet to the mat and the arms by our side. Inhale, hips lift, arms reach. Exhale, spine rolls down to the mat. And then knees pull into the chest. Inhale, feet to the sky, arms reach out. Exhale, feet to the mat and the arms by our side. One more time. Inhale, hips lift. Exhale, spine rolls down. And we let the knees pull in close. Press out that last little bit of air. Inhale, legs up, arms out. Now from here, we'll bend our knees to about a 90-degree angle, like you were resting them on a chair, but zip your legs up close together. Take a big breath in, and our exhale. We'll bring the knees over toward the left. Now they don't have to come all the way to the floor, just until your right shoulder blade might want to come away from the floor. And then we'll come back to center and draw the knees towards the right. Same thing, just until that left shoulder blade might want to come away from the floor, but keep it down. And inhale back to center. Exhale, knees to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, knees to the right. We'll do that one more time on each side. Bring the knees all the way over to the left, maybe even let them come down to the mat, even if that means the right shoulder blade comes off the mat. Big breaths in. Take your gaze as far to the right. Look at your right shoulder. Stay here. And then our next exhale, we'll bring the knees back to center. We got the legs zipped up pretty close. Take an inhale in this centered up position. Exhale, takes them all the way over to the right. They'll come down to the floor, even if that left shoulder blade comes away from the floor. Stay here. Good. Now we'll go ahead and roll all the way onto that right side. Use our hands to come back up to a seated posture. And then we'll take a wide stance with our feet. So from this sitting up tall position, grounded firmly in the feet, holding on to our thighs, we'll let our inhale pull our chest forward. Exhale, we'll round the back as we sort of rock to the back of the sitting bones. Inhale, draw our heart forward. This is a seated version of our cow pose. Exhale, round the back in a cat pose. Two more. Inhale, heart draws forward. Exhale, rounding us out. And one more. Big inhale, heart draws forward. Exhale, rounding us out. And then we'll come back to a nice tall posture. So you can bring the soles of the feet together, sitting up tall. Let the arms reach up. Big breaths in. And then we'll let our arms reach out to either side of the room. So they're about shoulder height, parallel to the floor, near as you can make them go. Take a big breath in, the arms extending. Exhale. We'll bend the elbows and pull those forearms together. Touch the elbows if you can. Inhale, arms open outward. Exhale, pull them close together. Inhale, arms open. Think like you were opening a book. And then exhale, close the book. And our inhale opens them up again. Now let the arms relax down. And we'll come to a standing position toward the top of our mat. So as we are coming up to our tall posture, have your weight equal between the feet. Make sure the knees have a little softness to them. And then we'll turn our palms to face forward. So standing up tall in this mountain pose. Our inhale will lift the arms up. Press the palms together. We'll draw down into a forward fold. Hinging at the hips, little softness, bend in the knees. Inhale lifts us halfway up. Exhale, folding down easy. Inhale all the way to standing. Exhale, hands to our heart. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, folding down. Big wide sweep. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold down easy. Inhale, reverse swan dive, reach out and up. Palms press, and our exhale brings those hands down through center. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold it down. Now we'll start with those prayer hands. Lift all the way up, bringing the fingertips to the sky. And the exhale is a swan dive down. Inhale, lift us halfway up. Exhale, fold down again. Now we'll reverse that swan dive. Arms out and up. Reach all the way to standing. Palms press, and we take those hands all the way down through center. And then our inhale lifts us halfway up. Exhale, fold down easy. Now we take those prayer hands all the way up to the sky. And the exhale, we'll rest the arms by our side, palms facing forward, shoulders relaxing away from the ears. And then we'll check in with our breath, feeling our tall posture, how the spine has responded to that forward folding sequence, how the shoulders feel after having moved through their range of motion. Take a big breath in, and then our hands will come to rest at our heart. We'll step the left foot back to a lunge. Follow the foot if you can manage, or you can always send it down to the heel if you need to. Our inhale will reach the arms up. Exhale, twist us to our right. Take a big breath in this twist. Pull the thighs towards the midline of our body. Big breath in. And our exhale will release the twist. We're looking forward. Exhale, hands back to the heart, and we're stepping back up to the top of the mat, re-establishing that firm foundation. Big breath in. And our exhale lunges the right foot back, staying on the ball of the foot if you've got that stability. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, twisting to our left. Squeezing thighs together, extending the arms. Big breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, release the twist, looking forward. And hands come to our heart, and we step into our mountain pose, hands at the heart, equally weighted between the feet. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, fold us forward. Inhale, lift us halfway up. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Now we'll lunge the left foot back. So we'll take a lunge, but a low lunge. Left hand can come onto the floor. If you've got a block or that pillow that I suggested, you can use that underneath that left hand. And then we'll turn our torso to our right. The right hand can rest on the right thigh. So turn the chin to look at your right shoulder. And then our right arm will reach back by our right hip. So big breath in, deep breath out. Let the right arm take a big sweep up to the sky and then down to the floor. And we can move that pillow out of the way and step forward into a forward fold. Inhale lifts us halfway up. Exhale, fold down easy. Inhale, reverse the swan dive, come all the way up to standing. Palms pressed together, and we'll take it all the way down into a forward fold. Inhale, lifts us halfway up. Exhale, hands to the mat, the right lunges back. So that pillow can come to underneath the right hand to give us a little bit of height if you need that. Left hand on the thigh, and we're turning our torso to our left. Turn the chin to face that left shoulder. Big breath in, deep breath out. And then our left hand will come to rest by our hip. Take another inhale, big opening in the left shoulder. And then arm will sweep up, coming down to the floor. If you're using your block or your pillow, you can move it out of the way and step forward into a forward fold. Inhale lifts us halfway up. Exhale, fold down easy. Inhale all the way to standing. Now we'll bring the arms out to our sides again. We did this when we were seated, and we'll take a bend in the elbows, that 90-degree bend. Take a big breath here, and then our exhale will pull the forearms together. Inhale, open the book, open them out. This time as we exhale, we bend the knees, pull the forearms together. Inhale, open out, create kind of a back bend, pull shoulder blades back, even pull the elbows back a little bit. Exhale, bend the knees, press forearms together. Inhale, open out. Exhale, pull them together. Now we'll stand up. I'll face you. Bring forearms together. Now you can stack your right elbow on top of your left and bind your hands up, or you can bring your hands to opposite shoulders. Either way, these are called our eagle arms, so we either hold shoulders or hold on to those hands. Big breaths in, and then we'll sit back again to our chair position. So we have our right elbow higher than our left. So we'll cross our right knee over our left. So we're a little bit towards a chair pose. If crossing the thighs doesn't work for you today, then you can cross at the ankles. Big breaths in, deep breaths out. So we're stepping the right foot back. Ground the heel. Find our warrior stance. Big breath in. And our exhale will take a little bow. The elbow does not have to touch the knee. We're just taking a little bow forward. Inhale, we're lifting up, lifting those elbows slightly. Exhale, take a little bow down. One more time, lifting up. And then we take our eagle bow. Now we come back up so that the upper arms are about parallel to the floor. Now unbind the arms and extend them out to warrior two. Shoulders away from the ears. Big breaths in, deep breaths out. Back hand drops, left arm reaches up high. Exhale, hands down to the mat, and we're stepping into a forward fold. Inhale, lifts us halfway up. Exhale, fold down easy. Inhale all the way to standing, reaching up for the sky, and the exhale draws the arms out from the shoulders. Now we'll take the bend in the elbows. Big breath in. Exhale, pull forearms together. Inhale, open out. Exhale, forearms together. Two more. Inhale, open out. This time, bend the knees, pull forearms together. Inhale, open out. Exhale, pull forearms together. Now we'll stand up. Pull the forearms together. This time we stack the left elbow on top of the right, binding up the hands or hugging shoulders, our eagle arms. Big breath in. Exhale, sits us back down to that chair position. Maybe cross the left thigh over the right or cross the left ankle in front of the right for our eagle pose. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. One more big inhale. And then the left foot will step back, grounding the heel. We'll find our warrior stance with our feet. Ground firmly into that back heel. Big breath in. Exhale, little eagle bow. Elbows close to that front knee. Inhale, lift us up. Maybe lift the elbows slightly. Exhale, bow down. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, take a bow. One more, lifting the elbows up. Exhaling, take a bow. And then we'll draw back up. Now, bring your arms so that the upper arms are parallel to the floor. Release the eagle bind, extend out to warrior two. Shoulders away from the ears. Big breaths, deep breaths. Now, reverse our warrior. Back hand drops. Right arm reaches high to the sky. And our exhale, we'll bring the hands down to the mat and step forward into our forward fold. Inhale will lift us halfway up. Exhale, fold down easy. Inhale all the way to standing. Hands come to rest at the heart. And we'll take a slightly wider stance. So I'll face you. You can have your toes angled outward. When we bend the knees, we want the shins to be about parallel to each other. And we're as upright as you can manage. So we'll let the arm circle sweep out and up. Palms pressed together. Exhale, sitting into kind of a high prayer squat. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, knees bend, hands to the heart. One more time, reach it up. And we'll bring our hands down to our heart. Now lean towards your right leg. Prop your right thigh and let the left arm take a big sweep up and over towards our right. Shoulders pressing away from the ears. Big breath in. Deep breath out. And then we come all the way up, kind of like a five-pointed star. And our exhale, we'll bend the knees. Bring the hands to our heart. And then we'll lean to our left. Left forearm on the thigh. Right arm will take a big circle sweep over to our left. Big breath in. Deep breath out. One more big breath in. And then we lift back up to our five-pointed star. Hands come to rest at the heart. And then we'll bring our feet closer together so that we have our mountain pose towards the top of our mat. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Press together, take it all the way through center. Inhale, lifting halfway up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the left foot back, ground the heel, find our warrior feet. And we rise up, warrior one. Exhale, arms draw out in that cactus shape. Exhale, forearms pull together. Left elbow on top of right to either bind our eagle hands or hold our shoulders. Take a big breath in and one bow, and we'll stay in this bowed position. Elbows can rest on the knee or maybe to the inside of the knee. Shoulders away from the ears. Big breath in. Deep breath out. And our inhale lifts us back up to our eagle warrior position. And then we rotate the upper body into a warrior two shape. Keep an eye on your right knee. Make sure it doesn't fade over to the left. One more big inhale. Exhale, unravel the arms. Reach them to the front and back of the mat. Big breath in. And then we lean towards our right thigh. Right forearm presses. And the left arm takes a big sweep over. Top of the head towards the front of the mat. Deep breaths in. Deep breaths out. Now, this left hand rather, will either come to the floor or to your cushion or block. And we'll spin to the ball of the left foot and twist our low lunge. Right arm is reaching back to the back of the room or maybe up to the sky. Low lunge, twisting to our right. Big breath in. Deep breath out. One more big breath. And then release the twist. Hands down to the mat. And we're stepping into a forward fold. Inhale, lifting us halfway up. Exhale, fold down easy. Inhale, all the way to standing. Palms pressed together. And we'll bring the hands to the heart. Checking in with our breath. Kind of feeling whatever we feel in our bodies. And then when you're ready to move again, our arms reach out and up. Palms pressed together, we lower into our forward fold. Inhale, lifts us halfway up. Exhale, hands down to the mat, the right foot steps back, grounding the heel, find our warrior feet, and we rise up, warrior one. Exhale, elbows pull out to that goalpost shape. And then our next exhale, pull forearms together. This time, our right is on top of our left, and we can bind our hands or hug our shoulders. Big breaths in. Exhale, take a bow, and we stay in the bowed position. Elbows resting on or maybe inside of our left knee. Steadying the breath. And then our inhale will bring us back up to our eagle warrior. And our exhale turns the torso to the right, but keep an eye on the right knee. Make sure it does not fade over to the right, even though the arms are bound up. Take another big breath in this eagle warrior two. And then unravel the arms, extend them to the front and back of the mat. Warrior two. Big breaths in. Deep breaths out. Inhale, reverse warrior. And then our exhale leans us onto our left thigh, forearm on the thigh, and the right arm will take a sweep up and over the head. Long line reaching out of the right side waist. Big breaths in, deep breaths out. One more big inhale. Then we'll release that. You may bring your pillow or your block to the inside of the right foot, resting your right hand on that prop, and then spin to the ball of the right foot. Twisting the torso to the left, maybe involving that left arm. Reach it back or reach it up. Big breath in. And our exhale, release the twist. Move your pillow or your block out of the way so we can step forward into a forward fold. Inhale, lifting halfway up. Exhale, fold down easy. Inhale, all the way to standing. Exhale, hands start at our heart. And then we allow them to rest heavy at our side. Palms facing forward. And we have our tall, proud posture. Steady breaths in. Steady breaths out. Now carefully come back down to a seated position. Have the pillow within reach. And we'll have our legs extended out long. At least that's where we'll start. So the legs are extended. We have the glutes out from under our sitting bones. And then we'll let the hands rest on either the thighs or the shins, and we'll fold slightly forward. So just until you start to feel sensation in the backs of the thighs, maybe the backs of the knees. Head is in line with the shoulders. And the breath is steady. And if we feel like we can lower a little bit, go ahead and take that fold as deep as you want to go. So we're moving towards sensation. Still maintaining a deep and steady breath. Maintaining the integrity of the spine and the lengthening of the legs. Good. Now we'll come back up nice and tall. Allow the right knee to bend and fall outward. So you can always prop your pillow underneath that knee if it needs some support. Left toe is pointing upward. And we're turning the body toward the left leg and folding towards it. So hands can be wherever you want them to be. On the shin. If you can reach and grab the foot, you can do that. But allow your body to move towards the sensation. It may be slightly uncomfortable at first. At no time should it be painful. Breath is steady. And then we'll lift up nice and tall. Now we'll turn our body towards the right leg. So perhaps we can even expand our straddle out some. So take big breaths in, and then we'll turn the body more towards our right leg, and then allow the hands to sort of walk us towards that right knee. Again, you don't have to go very far to find sensation. And we'll come back up to a tall posture. So our right hand will come behind our back. So maybe it rests right on the sacrum. If you've got a little more range of motion, your left hand might snug that right arm a little closer into the back body. But the heart is still facing towards our right knee. And then we're leaning the body towards our left thigh. So you can prop the forearm on the thigh as we did in our side angle. Or maybe you can reach the hand out towards the foot and hold on to it and use it as a little bit of leverage to tug the body more towards the left, even though it is facing towards the right. And then the chin moves towards the right shoulder. It might even tuck towards our right collarbone. Big breaths in, deep breaths out. Now your right arm can stay right where it is, or maybe we free that up. Let it take a big circle sweep towards the left foot, extending that right side bend. And then we come right back up to our tall posture. So now we're facing our left leg again, and the right knee is pointing up to the sky. So level out the hips some. They're not in that big wide straddle. They're more closed in. And we'll cross the right foot over the left. Hold on to this right leg with your left hand, and the right hand will come behind us. Now we're turning the torso again to our right. Deep breaths in, deep breaths out. If you can, let the belly push against the right thigh as you breathe deeply. Now we'll release our twist, release our legs, extend out long, and take another fold forward. Moving the body towards sensation. And we come right back up to our tall posture. This time the left knee bends outward, presses to the inside of the right leg. Anywhere you can prop something underneath that left knee if you need to. And then we'll fold towards our right leg. Moving towards the sensation. All right, we'll come back up to our tall posture. We'll turn the body towards the left leg. So I'm going to kind of cheat my posture a little bit, getting as wide a straddle as you can manage, and then turning the heart towards our left knee and letting both hands kind of support us as we lean the body towards our left knee. All right, come back up nice and tall. Now our left hand will either come to the sacrum or perhaps snug all the way around the back waistline. Heart is still looking over that left knee, and we're leaning towards our right leg. Forearm on the thigh, forearm on the shin. Maybe you can take hold of that foot and help pull the body towards the right leg. But we're tucking the chin towards the left shoulder. Big breaths in, deep breaths out. Now you can keep your right hand on your low back, or you can free it up and let it sweep and reach toward the right foot. Big breaths in and deep breaths out. And then we'll release that side bend, come upright. And then we'll bring our left knee to point up to the sky. It will cross over our right leg. Right hand holds left leg, and we're turning the torso again to our left. But this time in a twist, and if you can, expand the belly, let it press against your left thigh as you breathe deeply. All right, releasing our twist, we'll extend the legs again and take another fold forward. Supporting, putting your hands wherever you need them to be, extending through the crown of the head as we draw into our fold. All right, now we'll come back up to a nice tall posture. We'll lie down on our backs. Have your pillow handy. And as we get on our backs, press into the feet, lift the hips up, and we'll slide the pillow or the block underneath the hips so that they are just slightly elevated. So stay here with your hips slightly lifted, supported on your pillow or your block. Steady breaths in and steady breaths out. So our arms can stay down by our side or reach out from the shoulders, whatever feels more comfortable for you. And we'll draw one knee into the chest. Doesn't matter which one. Just draw it up close as you can without using those hands. And then we'll push the foot up to the sky. And then allow it to come all the way down so that the heel rests on the mat. And then we'll take both of our hands and pull the other knee up and hold on to it. Taking several breaths, lengthening through that leg that's resting on the mat, or at least the heel that's resting on the mat. And we feel the psoas stretch in the hip crease area. Intensified by the knee that's hugging into the belly. Good. Now we'll release that bent leg. Arms reach out to the side again, and we'll push that foot up to the sky. Big breath in. And then that leg comes to rest on the mat. And the leg that was previously resting is now being pulled up into the belly. So continue to press through the long leg. Continue to hug the bent leg up towards the heart. Steady breaths in, steady breaths out. Now our next exhale, we'll bring both knees up towards the belly. And then we'll send both feet to the sky, arms reaching outward. Hips slightly supported in this legs up variation. All right, we'll bend the knees, bring the feet down to the mat, lifting the hips, removing the cushion from underneath us or the block, and then we'll let the spine roll down. Now we'll let both knees come in toward the chest. Now we'll hold them close together and stir them around in the same direction. Kind of rocking side to side across the sacrum. And then we'll reverse the circles. All right, left foot comes down to the mat, right ankle crosses over. Now give that right thigh a little push away from you. Couple of breaths just to get that sensation. And then we'll let both hands draw your left thigh a little closer to you. Left foot comes off the floor. And we might feel a little more intensely along that outer right hip area. All right, bring the left foot down to the mat. Arms extend out from the shoulders. We're rolling all the way onto that left hip. Right foot might touch the floor, and our gaze is to our right shoulder. Deep breaths in and deep breaths out. All right, come back to center. We'll uncross the legs, both feet, heels align with our sitting bones, hands down by our side. We'll take a bridge pose. Hips lift, arms reach. Keep arms extended and roll the spine down. And when the hips come to rest, arms reach out from our shoulders, and the left ankle crosses across our right thigh. Left hand will push the left thigh away from us just for a couple of breaths. And then both hands will pull the right thigh towards us. You can hold on the back side of that thigh. Maybe you can reach all the way around to the shin and lace up the fingers on the shin. Only going as far as you need to maintain sensation. And right foot will come down to the mat. Arms reach out from the shoulders. And we're rolling all the way onto the right hip. Left foot might touch the floor. Gaze to the sky or turn the chin facing our left shoulder. Deep and steady breaths. All right, come on to our back again. Heels align with our sitting bones, arms by our side, palms down. One more bridge pose. Hips lift, arms reaching back. Exhale completely. Keep the hips lifted. One more big inhale. And when the exhale rolls around, we're rolling the spine down. Arms come to rest by our side, palms facing upward, and the legs extend out for Shavasana. Allow the breath to settle into its own perfect pace. Releasing any tension we might still be holding in hands or feet or face or belly. Allow the body full benefit of this relaxation pose. Now start to deepen the breath. Take any waking up movements that feel good. Wiggle fingers or toes. Shift the head side to side, perhaps bending the knees. And when you're ready, we'll come up to a nice tall seated posture. All right, so from our nice tall seated posture, hands come to rest at our hearts, and we bow chin to chest, acknowledging one another with respect and gratitude for sharing our practice today. Thank you for sharing with me. Namaste.